welcome back to another episode of Let's Make Mario game. In the last episode, we ended up doing Koopa, I believe. We did Rex and Koopa. Yeah. So we basically did all the enemies for this level already. So we're done with all enemies. For the time being, we will come back to only tweak them a little bit more once collisions are working. Um, But in this episode, we will have Box2D. We will initialize Box2D. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be exciting. But we got to do it, guys. It's got to be done. So, let's go to it, right? Let's go to open up your web browser, wherever you use. Internet Explorer, Google Chrome. Foxzilla. I don't even know. I rarely use that one. I use Google Chrome. But whatever you're using, go to Google and type in Box2D. Just type it in, and you will click the first link, or which the ones that says box2d.org, or if you want, just type in box2d.org on top. Box2d.org. It should take you to this website, right? You know, let's make this a little bit bigger. Actually, it should take you to this website telling you that the Google project is closing down, but they have Box2D in GitHub. So just go click here. I'll have the link to the GitHub in the description anyway. So if you want to just go there, you can just get it. So what you want to do, you want to download it. So clone or download it and click download zip. I already have downloaded, so I'm not going to click on it. And once you have done so, open it. Once you finish downloading, open it wherever you download location you saved it at. And you want to unzip it, and once you have done so, you want to go inside, go in Box2D, and go in Box2D. Oh no, not go. No, never mind. Forget about that. Go into Box2D and go to Build BS 2015, and you want to open the solution, Box2D solution. And once you do it, you want to build it for debug. Make sure Box2D, actually before you do that, make sure Box2D is set as startup project. Build it for debug and then build it for release. I already done it, so it's either Control Shift B, right, to build it, or just build and build solution. Build or rebuild solution, whatever works for you guys. Do it for release and for debug, and once you've done so, close it because you don't need it anymore, and it will create these folders for you. I already did it because I already did it beforehand. And once you've done so, you go to bin x32 debug. So this is where I have not started, so I apologize. Didn't do this beforehand, so I'm not sure how exactly I'm gonna be doing this. I may have errors or not, but open your Mario solution folder wherever you have it located at. I'm trying to figure out where to put this at. Dependencies. Yeah, let's put it in dependencies, shall we? In here. Let me see, hold on. Here's libs. Okay. Let's put it in dependencies. And here we put Box2D. Create a new folder called Box2D. And in here, you want to create another one for debug. And another folder for release. You rarely could be touching release anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But once you have done so, in your x32 debug folder from Box2D, you want to grab the Box2D lib, and you want to copy it inside your debug folder from your project. You want to copy it in there. Is there anything else? I already have glue. I don't need that one. I don't know if I'm gonna need this one. I don't think so. So go back to your folder. Go to release, Box2D release for your project. And for the Box2D back to X32 release and do the same thing for that one. Copy Box2D and paste it into your project release folder. And I'm not saying that that is it, because it may not be it. I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna need any of these. Like I said, I haven't done this beforehand, so I have no idea. No idea what I need. I feel like I need some header, some data, no. Not I don't need Xcode, back to the documentation. Probably should have read this beforehand. Debug draw. I don't think so. I think that is it. Well, we'll figure that out right now. Let's see. Like I said, I haven't done this beforehand, so I apologize. So just put that away. Let's go into your project and right-click your OpenGL 4.0. Well, no. You may have to do it to both, I believe. Let's do a Super Mario World first. Super Mario game, or whatever you name your project. The other one. You wanna properties. Say debug dependencies. Anything here that includes dependencies or anything? I don't think this includes it because I'm not using anything in dependencies, am I? Well, I kind of am since I'm using glue. Hold on. Like I said, I'm doing this completely without knowing what to do. Over here, this dependencies. The thing is, I'm not sure if I need to put it on both. I don't think so. Let's see, edits. Let me see. Okay, so that says include tiny. Okay. Okay. So let's go to properties for your actual Super Mario game project, not the base or core project. For debug, you want to include directories. Open that. Do you? Actually, I don't think I need to do that. Yeah, I don't think so. It has to be library directories, I believe. So library directories, you wanna in here solution dependencies. You wanna pass in Box2D. We'll figure this out together, guys. Slash, and it's gonna be debug. So apply that. Let's go to release and do the same thing, but for the release folder. Box2D release. And in linker and input, you want input. You want to pass in Box2D for release and Box2D, not 3D, 2D.lib. So you want to put it here. It's capitalized, right? Yeah, Box2D, yes. And then you want to do the same thing for debug. Alright. You've included that. Apply. Let's see, let's build. Alright. Okay, now can I include Box2D stuff? Remember, include. No. figure that out. How do we include Box2D stuff? So I already included lib. Tests. Let's look at this project. Like I said, I have not done this before, so I apologize for not knowing what to do right now. Build Box2D. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need this folder. Yeah, okay. So go to your Box2D directory where you download it from the zip folder or zip file. I'm going to Box2D. No, not go. You want to copy Box2D. You know where you just build documentations glue. You want to copy Box2D. And it's here in dependencies. I feel like you don't need all this stuff, but I kind of feel like you do at the same time. Okay. Now that you have done so, go to your project's properties once again. And now in BC++ directories and include, you want to do it for both configurations actually. And in here, you want to pass in, not Box2D, dang it, I didn't copy the other thing, hold on, let me copy this thing. Okay, all configurations, go to include directories, solutions, dependencies, Box2D, where's my folder? Box2D, and that's it. So that's how you're gonna be. Solution dir dependency slash Box2D. That's all you can include. Apply. Okay. Let's build this once again. Build correctly. Remember, let's see, pound include box. No, Box2D is not here. Interesting. Maybe I do have to put in the actual OpenGL project. Do I? I feel that's dumb. I need to do all this stuff to include this. Let me look at properties once again. Solution dir. Oh, well, it's oh. Ah, that's great. Okay. Oh, that's so great. Ah. There we go. There we go. Okay. My bad. I put in the wrong one. Okay. Alright, let's redo that once again, shall we? Let's go to edit. In here, you wanna pass in Box2D like I did earlier. For all configurations, make sure it's all configurations, including, make sure this is Win32. I don't know why I had x64 there. And click OK. Now this one, you wanna go to debug. Press that OK. We wanna do the same thing we did earlier. Box2D slash backslash well, it's a debug, right? Debug, press apply, go to release and do the same thing there for release folder. Release, apply. Now we want to go to all configurations, go to linker, and in here you want to put box2d.lib. Box2d.lib. Okay, apply. Okay. You want to build that. Surprised it didn't do anything. There we go. Box2D, Box2D. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. So now that we have that initialized, whoa. Well, at least I think it's initialized. So I apologize if it's wrong. Oh, jeez. Like I said, it's gonna be a little bit boring this video. I apologize, but we gotta initialize Box2D. Let me look at some of the temp projects. Let's see how they initialize. Like I said, I have not done Box2D for a while. Let's look at the test bed tests. Which one is their actual main file? Another thing you could do. Okay, let's go to. Let's open up the solution folder for Box2D once again. And let's look into the. Wow, interesting. That's all they had in here. Test.h. Okay. I just want to initialize Box2D. And that's all I want to do. That's all I ever want to do. Let's go to framework, main. Okay, let's start from main. Not sure if Box2D is initialized in here or not. Create UI, resize window. B2 back to left window. Okay, restart, simulate. Tests, pointer. So it's in test CPP is does the step. Well, let me give me a second. I just want to make sure. I'll make sure that I have everything. Hopefully I didn't skip anything. Okay, let's go to test CPP then. B2 manifold, pre-solve. Tile, create, mouse down, spawn bomb, create bomb, spawn, step. This is a step for this guy. And M world, B2 world. So I need to B2 world. It does a step. Set warming starting. Okay. Okay, so how many B2 world? Let me see where B2 world is initialized. So it does it here, it goes new, it passes gravity. Okay, let's do that then. In game scene, since this is like our actual kind of main file. In game scene H, and here you want to pass in Box2D, header file, Box2D, and Box2DH, I believe. Let's find that out. Let's go B2 world. You have a pointer, and pass in the world. Okay. And you also want to pass in a B2 back to. Do I? No, you don't need it. Never mind. I was gonna do gravity here, but I actually don't need it to put there. I don't need to put it in there. And I guess you could put it here, right? In the constructor, you want to pass in equals. No, actually, before you initialize, say B2 back to. You could pass in gravity. And let's have a negative 9.8, like actual real gravity for now. And here you have pass in No, not passing. Put emerald. Create a new world. B2 world object. B2 world. And you want to pass in gravity in here. Okay. And here, make sure, just to make sure it's alive. Delete emerald. Make sure we clear out stuff. Delete our memory like we should. Just trying to figure out what else do I need in here. Destroy, create body, no, okay. So now in the step, we will be stepping. Here. Box2D step update here. And pass in step. Usually you want to pass in DT. Velocity iterations, I guess that depends on how you actually want this to be set at. And this guy, you should you only put 6 and 8. From what I recall. Or this is 8 and 3. Okay, let's put 8 and 3 because this guy has it. Or this project has it, I mean. Is it an int? Yes. Put 8 and 3. Okay, make sure 8 and 3. Okay. Alright, well let's initialize it for now. So you want to set allow sleeping, set that to true. What else sets it as? Set warm starting. Set warm starting equals to true. Set continuous physics. Continuous physics to true. Like I said, I'll look into this when we need it. And set substepping. Set substepping. Set substepping. Set that to false. For now. Okay. Yeah. Which is fine. I mean, another thing, I guess. Okay. Just trying to figure. Let's create a new class. This could be Box2D stuff. Let's might as well just do it now. So at least that we have it. Let's create a new class. Want to add. And in here you want to pass my contact listener. Make sure it's in source file. Make sure that's in source file. And we want to derive from B2 contact listener. Virtual destructor, I guess. No, you don't need to set all that. All you need is pass in this. That's all you need. Make sure you delete it and make sure you pass and include like that, because you don't want to set all that stuff. Let's say if and def, my usual header, my include guards, and we want to say underscore my contact listener underscore h. Pound define this. And I want to include this inside of here. And in here, we definitely gotta include all of these stuff. I'm gonna have it so you guys can have it. I don't really need to have virtual in here. And your contact listener CPP file. Hold on. The manifold contact. Contact, huh? He does not know what this is. You probably want have to initialize it on top, maybe. No, instead of doing this, let's do Box2D instead. Let's include Box2D instead. P2 not used. I'll get all of that stuff. And I may not need any of this stuff. Contact point still not in here. Oh, he does it himself. Okay. I probably should put this in the window. I'm looking at my own self, but I'm looking at their stuff. So give me a second. So it doesn't have contact point because he creates it. This project creates it in here. That's max contact points. I'll just for not putting this in the screen. You guys are like, what am I waiting for? Let's see. Trying to figure out if I need that in here or not. And if I do, what do I do with it? He calls this pre-solve. Okay. Alright, hold on. Okay, let's do that then. Probably maybe something good to use for the future. So we can call my contact listeners header file. On top of that class, you want to pass in this. And you want to pass in this in here as well. Private. You pass in that. I don't have that in here yet, have I? Why? Where's that located in? I saw that somewhere. Okay. You want to include that in here. Initializes that. What else do I need? Point counts, which I do not have yet. Where's point counts here? Let's include point count as well. Under here. That's just the pre-solve. Now I gotta see for the other ones. Where is it included at? Let's see if it's even included. Let's look at it. Post solve. But it's not even using it either. Great. Post solve is not used either. Yeah, well, we will debug this future wise, just figure out what's exactly going to be doing, because so far it's not using it, which is okay. No biggie. So far that is it. So in game scene, you want to do here, you want to include, in this case I don't need to include this anymore, and you want to include my contact listener, since my contact listener includes my oh, maybe not. It's in here though. Oh, it doesn't know what this is, really? Why would I not know what this? Ooh, did I? Where did I include this? Oh, it is here. Yeah. Why is it not including it? Oh, wait. No, it's fine. It's interesting. Expected file name, huh? Close it, closed it, close that, Box2D within that. Interesting. To contact listener. No, it's fine. So something's going on here that I'm not aware of. It does not know what a contact listener is. Oh, I'm an idiot. Apologize for the language. Huh. That should initialize this too, though. Oh, there we go. There we go. You just pass in this. Now once you do that, and on top of your constructor, after initialize world, contact listener, set contact listener, and you want to pass in your contact listener. That should include that. I need debug draw. It'll be useful though, but I need to include my debug. I need to create a debug class. Because I do not have one. I need to create a debug. Where's this initialized? Oh, okay. It's in debug draw CPP. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be in here, which is crazy. Luckily, I am using OpenGL, so this should work. In every aspect of the way. Debug for H. I already have my own camera. Debug draw. Like I said, I don't know if I need it or not. Because I already included. I mean, it'd be useful though to at least see it. So I'd be like, oh hey, we do need this, you know. So right now, I'm trying to figure out debug draw. Let's look into this debug draw. I don't need camera stuff because I already have it. Geo points, render points. Probably I do need it. Just render lines. Geo render triangles. There we go. Now we have all of this stuff. Draw solid triangle. I mean, this creates a temporary camera which I can use. I don't. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, that's if I decide to use the debug draw thing. I'm undecided. Undecided. We use the camera here somehow, in some way. This camera being used here. Debug draw. Okay, it is being used here. Convert world to screen. I guess just use it for the sense of using it in here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so open continue folder. If you're looking at the project, the Box2D project, open the continue folder of it, which will bring you to this folder where debug draw is located. And now you want to go to your project, Super Mario World source files, and you want to include it in there. Copy here. And that camera is just going to be used for that. And make sure you include those items. So you want to say add existing item. And you go to source folder and you want to include debug draw and CPP in header file. Now that you have done so, where's the project at? Do I include the debug draw H as I do in test H? I include it there. Let's open up these things. I don't know if everything initializes correctly. There's no external camera. You know what? I'll say debug camera, because I do have another camera called debug, another camera class for it already. And in here, you want to say debug this camera. And now you want to go to your CPP file. I'll need to initialize all that. Do need mGUI? I am GUI. Debug camera, debug this, static, print, GLN. Okay. So in here you wanna include glue here, which is GL glue H. GL includes glue 3. Let's see, maybe I don't need the other one. I do not have this one though. Hold on. Draw string. I don't need to draw strings, so I could care less about strings. So I don't need it then. I'm not gonna draw strings in here. I don't really want to include it. So this should, there we go for that. Game scene, Emerald, debug draw, and you want to say G debug draw, and you want to dereference that. There we go. I mean, let's build it. Hold on, let's build it. All right, let's run it. Any issues? Okay. Woo. All right, guys. I think that's it. From what I think, it's the initialization of it. I did debug draw contact. I don't know if I need destruction listener though. Just for this guy, he is joint destroyed. Peak. What does it do? Doesn't do anything. So anyway, in the future, maybe we can always come back to this and figure out like what's going on. We have a query class here, huh? Do we do any query stuff here? Query stuff. This is there. Query callback. It doesn't have mouse stuff though. That's fine. Alright guys, I guess that's it. That's all I'm gonna be doing for this. It runs. I'm not sure if we could create stuff yet. Wait, hold on, no, I'm not done. Hold on, how do we render debugs? There we go. World, draw debug data. Debug flush after. It does use all of this, huh? What does draw shapes do in settings? Peak. Oh, it's saying true, true, false. Everything's false except for to draw shapes, joints. ABB is false, and comms is false. So the only thing that's true here is draw shapes and joints. Okay, let's do that then. Let's go to initialize for debug stuff. I don't know if this is getting called or not. This is true. True. And both of these are false. Let's set the flags. And then no, endpoint counts true. Sets this 0. Okay. That's interesting. So okay. So I go to here and pre-solve it before he solves it, right? So in here, point count 0. So before it solves it, then increases the amount of point counts it has and all that stuff. We'll finish that in the future, and then we draw this stuff. I'm not sure if my game scene draw is actually working, to be honest, but one way to find out is to do it here. Oh, crash! Why did he crash here? Break. Well, he crashed here because it doesn't know any. It doesn't know debug draw. That's why he crashed there. See, all of this stuff is no. It doesn't know this. I mean, but this is actually initialized though. How do you initialize the points then? I mean, it crashed here because there's nothing. There's no triangles or nothing. How are points being drawn here? Or how is it being set? Oh, create. Okay, so I have to do debug create. Does this guy even call it debug create anywhere around here? It did not. So I'll have to know where he actually created it. Find all references to this. I'd like to know where he did create. That's B2 world. Maybe because there we go. In main, he called it in main. Called it in main, so that's fine. So let's close that. Let's game scene. We initialize up here and just say dot create. Oh, maybe not. Break. Why did it crash? Why did it crash? Let me see beforehand. It crashed before that. Maybe it should be initialized after? I mean, it's getting created here, so let me see. Crashed. 100 points. It crashed here. Create. I'm not sure why this will crash here. Why would it crash here? Is there an initialize maybe then? I don't know why would it crash there. Why would it crash? My love. My love. Oh, there we go. I probably need to initialize some other stuff. Alright. Cool. Oop. Abort. Retry. Why did it crash? Where? Debug draw. 10 points. No. I mean, maybe because I have to destroy it. Do you have to call destroy or something? Yes, there we go. Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know I had to call destroy. Debug destroy. It's a good thing to have, you know. There we go. Woo! An hour of almost an hour actually. Alright guys. Well there we go. We have initialized Box2D to our thing. I apologize for messing up. Like I said, I have not done this before. But I wanted to do it together with you guys. So yeah, we did this together. I'll have the link to this GitHub repository in my description in case you need it in some way. But yeah, so that's what we had to do. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. In the next video, we will start doing collisions, or well, yeah, collisions. That's next. Collisions. Which I gotta figure out how am I gonna set this up actually. So, alright guys, signing out. See you guys later. And like always, if you like this video, thumbs up, thumbs down if you don't like it, or whatever you want to do. You know, you have your own free will. And let other people know about this. I know this video was kind of boring, I apologize, but we have to do this, initialize stuff. Yeah, I prefer doing it together with you guys, because then we guys get errors, and I'm like, ugh, what this way? You get to copy what I do, exactly, and you get it. I hope. But yeah, I'll see you guys later, and I'll see you guys in the next episode, signing out.